In the previous video, we have seen what are strings and how to create strings and how to work with them in Java. So this is completed. In this video, we will see some important methods in strings. There are many methods that we can use with strings, but these are some of the important methods. The first one is, if you want to find the length of a string, then you can use the length method. And if you want to get the index of a character or a substring, you can use indexOf. And we can use the character and we have to pass the character or substring for this method. So we can use indexOf method to get index of a character or a substring. Getting the character at a particular position. If you want to get the character at a particular position, then you can use charAt and you have to pass the index. So we can get the character at a particular position using this method charAt and we have to pass index. If you want to check if a string contains a substring, then you can use contains method. If you want to check if a string ends with something, then we can use endsWith method. If you want to replace a substring in a string, we can use ReplaceAll and ReplaceFirst. So these three methods we can use. If you want to convert a string to a lowercase, then we can use toLowerCase method. If you want to convert a string to an uppercase, then we can use toUpperCase method. Let's see an example and we will see all of these methods in that example. I'm creating a new class here and I'm naming it as string methods. And I'm using the main method here. Click on finish. So the new class is created. So what I'm doing is, first I'm creating a new string here. String str equals to, I'll say Subbu, Selenium, Subbu, Java. So this is a string here. Subbu, Selenium, Subbu, Java. So now let's see the first method, which is finding the length. So I'll say finding length of string. So I'll say system.out.println length of string is plus. So I'll take this string which is str here. So str dot, the method to find the length is length. So this is the method. So this is how we can find the length of a string. Let's run this one. Run as Java application and you can see that the length of the string is 25. So this includes the spaces as well. Space is also considered in this length. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So the length of the string is 25. So using the length method, we can find the length of the string. And next one is character at a particular index. So finding the character at an index. So let's find out the character at index 2. So normally the index starts with 0. So the first one is 0 and the second one is 1 and the third one is 2. Like this, the indexing for strings goes on. So let's find out the character at index 2. So I'll say system.out.println character at index 2 is plus. I have charAt index method for this one. So I'll say, remove this one. Okay. I'll say str dot charAt index 2. So this is the method we use, charAt method, and we'll pass the index. So since we want to find out the character at index 2, we are passing 2 as the parameter for this method. Okay. Now let's run this one. Okay, this is giving some error because by mistake I have printed type 2 here, so I'm removing that one. Okay, now let's run this one. Run as Java application, and you can see that character at index 2 is B. Let's find out the character at index 4, which is U. So character at index 4 is, I'll pass the index value as 4, and let's run this one more time. Run as Java application, and you can see that the character at index 4 is U. So this is how we can find a character at a particular index in a string. Next one is check if a string contains a substring. So let me write the method names also here, which is length method, and this one is charAt index, and the third one is check if the string contains the substring Selenium. So let's find out if the string contains the word Selenium, the substring Selenium. So for this one we have contains method. So system.out.println, I'll say check if the string contains Selenium substring. So I'll say plus str dot contains. So I would like to find out if it contains the word Selenium. So I'll say Selenium. This returns a boolean values. That means if it contains, then it returns true, otherwise it returns nothing. So you can see that the public boolean contains, that means it returns a boolean value. That means it returns true or false. So in this case, since it contains Selenium, here it should return true. So let's run this one. I'll just put an hyphen here. Let's run this, run as Java application, and it is saying yes, it contains the word Selenium. So this is how we can check if a string contains a substring or not. Next one is endsWith. Check if the string ends with Java. So for this one we have the method endsWith. So I'll say system.out.println. So just copy this one. Check if the string ends with Java and hyphen. So plus str dot ends with, I'll say Java. Again this returns a boolean value, that means it returns true or false. If it ends with the word Java, it returns true, otherwise it returns false. So let's run this one. Run as Java application, and it is saying true because it is ending with Java. Let's change this one. I'll say Java Subbu. Let's find out, like, if it ends with Java, it should return false because it is not ending with Java Subbu. So run as Java application, and it returns false. So this is how we can find if a particular string ends with some particular substring. Now the next one is replacing substrings in a string. Replacing substrings in a string. So we have three different methods here. One is replace, second one is ReplaceAll, and third one is ReplaceFirst. Okay, now I will try to replace. First I will use replace method and I will try to replace Subbu with Python. Okay. So I'll say system.out.println str.replace, I'll say Subbu with Python. Okay. So let's print this one and see what it prints. It replaces the substring Subbu with the words Python. So Java application, run as Java application, and it is replacing the words Subbu with Python. Now the next one is ReplaceAll. ReplaceAll. And here also I will just copy this one, and here I will say ReplaceAll and Subbu. I am replacing Subbu with programming language R. Okay, let's run this one. Run as Java application, and it is replacing Subbu with the letter R. Now the next one is ReplaceFirst. ReplaceFirst. I'll say system.out.println. I'll say ReplaceFirst, and I'm just only replacing the first value. That means this is our string. So I have 2 times Subbu here, but using the ReplaceFirst function, I'll replace only the first wording here. The first one comes. So let's run this one. Run as Java application, and you can see that the first is replaced with Python, but the second occurrence Subbu is still there. But that means it is not replaced. So ReplaceFirst is used to replace the first occurrence of a substring. So here if you see the replace and ReplaceAll function, it is working similarly. That means all the occurrences of the substring are being replaced by other substrings. So here we have replaced it with the word Python, and here we have replaced it with R. So what is the difference between these two, replace and ReplaceAll? Replace accepts only a sequence of characters or a single character string. That means here we have to provide only a sequence of characters or a single character string. But ReplaceAll and ReplaceFirst accept regular expressions. That means in addition to the sequence of characters, we can use regular expressions in this ReplaceAll and ReplaceFirst. So that is the difference between replace and ReplaceAll. Next one is converting a string to a lowercase. So here if you see, all the initial starting letters are in uppercase like S, S, S and J. So if we want to convert all the letters into a lowercase, so let's say I'm saying like I'm defining another string here. So string str1 equals to, I'll say Subbu. Okay. So I would like to convert this to a lowercase one. So system.out.println. I'll say convert to lowercase. Okay, system.out.println. Here I will say str1.to lowercase. So this is the method we will use to convert to a lowercase. Let's run this one, and Subbu should be printed in a lowercase. So Java application, and here you can see that it is printing in the lowercase. Now to convert something to an uppercase, so I am defining another string here, string str2 equals to, and taking all lower cases. So I want to convert this to an uppercase. Convert to uppercase. So I have the method to uppercase, so I'll use system.out.println str2.to uppercase. So let's run this one. Run as Java application, and you can see that now Java is converted to uppercase. So these are some of the important methods. So one is the length, so to find out the length of the string, and another one is to find a character or a substring, we can use indexOf method. And if we want to find out the character at a particular index, we can use charAt method. And if we want to find out if a string contains a substring, then we can use the method contains. If we want to find out if a string ends with a particular substring, we can use endsWith. And to replace any substrings, we can use replace, ReplaceAll and ReplaceFirst. And replace and ReplaceAll work similarly, but the difference is replace uses a character or a sequence of characters, but ReplaceAll and ReplaceFirst, they use regular expressions. And if you want to convert a string to a lowercase, you can use toLowerCase. If you want to convert a string to an uppercase, you can use toUpperCase. Now, how to convert a string to an integer? We have a method called Integer.parseInt, and using this method, we can convert a string to an integer. Let's see this one. I am creating a new class here, new class, and I'll say convert to int, and I'm using the main method here. Click on finish. So what I will do is, first I will create a string here. So string str equals to, I will say 23 in double quotes. So this is a string. Now I would like to convert this one into an integer, because let's say I have some integer and I would like to do some mathematical operations on this number. And if I say int I equals to str, which has the value of 23, into 100, it will throw an error, because str is a string and we cannot do mathematical operations on strings. So first we have to convert this string to an integer, and then we can do whatever mathematical operations we want, we can do on those integers. So for converting a string to an integer, we have the method Integer.parseInt. So I am creating a variable here, int j equals to Integer.parseInt, and we have to pass the string here, which is str. So now this is converted to an integer. Now we can apply whatever the mathematical operations we want. So int I equals to j into 100. So I can do the mathematical operations on this one. Now let's print the value of I. So sysout value of I is, it should plus I. It should print 23 into 100, which is 2300. So we should print 2300. Let's run this program. Run as Java application, and you can see that value of I is 2300. So first we have to convert this string into an integer, and then we can perform the mathematical operations. Next one is converting a string to an integer. So in this one, you have to remember one thing. To convert a string to an integer, it should be a number string. That means whatever the string you have taken, it should be a number string. That means you should be either like 2 or 23 or something like this. Otherwise, if we use something like a character string, which is something like hello, okay, and if you try to convert this character string into an integer, then you will get a number format exception. So let's see. So I am using the same program here. So I will say, instead of this string str equals to, I am saying hello. So here itself it says that syntax error. Okay, I have to put a semicolon. Okay, so I have created a string, and this is a character string, and I am trying to convert it into an integer. Let's run this one and see what exception it gives. Run as Java application, and you can see that number format exception, because we are trying to convert a string into an integer. So the rule here is, in order to convert a string to an integer, it should be a numeric string. It should not be a character string. Next one is substrings in Java. In Java, if you want to get a substring out of a string, that means let's say you have a big string, and if you want to get a portion of this string, that is a substring. So we have a method called Substring for this one. So this substring, it accepts two arguments. One is the substring, it accepts two arguments. The first argument is starting index and the second argument is ending index. You have to pass these two. Let's say if you pass this one and if you don't pass the ending index, then starting from this starting index, it will fetch the substring until the end of the string. So let's see an example on this one. I am creating a new class here and I am naming the class as Substring and I am using main method. In the main method, I am creating a string first, string str equals to, I will say suppose Selenium. So this is what I have created, the string. Now I would like to get the words starting from this one. That means I would like to get this substring Selenium from this string suppose Selenium. So I will use system.out.println. I will say str.substring and I have to give the beginning index and the ending index. So the index of this word is, the index starts with 0. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the index starts with 6 here. So I will say 6. I don't need to provide the ending index because I would like to get it till the end of the string. So let's run this one. Run as Java application and you can see that it is starting from the space. So it is taking the space also. So the index should start from 7 and let's run this one. Run as Java application and you can see that it is fetching the word Selenium. And here we are providing only the starting index here. We are not providing any ending index. The reason is we want to get it till the end of the string. That is why we haven't provided any ending index. Let's say I would like to get the word suppose. Let's say I would like to get the word subu, not suppose, subu. So in that case, I have to provide the starting index and the ending index. So I'll say system.out.println str.substring and the beginning index is 0. Okay. So this is 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and the ending index is 4. So let's run this one. So this is not getting the last word. So I think we have to give it here ending index plus 1 because the last index value won't be considered in the substring. So we will say 0, 5 and then run this one and we will get the word supu. So this is how we can use a substring. We can use the method substring to get a portion of the string in Java. So this is how we can use a substring, and the ending index in the substring, the ending index won't be considered. That means if in this one subus Selenium, if I want to get this word supu, then this is 0, index is 0 and this one is 1, this one is 2, this one is 3, this one is 4 and this one is 5. I would like to get it until this point, but I have to give the ending index as 5 here because this won't be considered and it will come only up to this part. So the starting index and the ending index you should give it as 0, 5 and fifth index won't be considered and it will get it until 4. So you have to give it as starting index and ending index as 0 and 5 here. In this video we have seen some string methods and also how to convert a string into an integer, and also we have seen what is a number format exception and also how to get a substring from a string. If you want to download the document for this one, you can go to my repository at github.com/subostech and go to selenium-java-tutorials. This particular tutorial starts with 21a. So this is the one. So Selenium-Java strings-string methods. You can download the document. In the next video, we will see how to compare two strings and how to concatenate two strings.